Hey guys, so in today's video, I have my lovely friend Abby.
Hey.
Oh my god, that was weird. Come on, say hi normal. Okay, so this is my friend Abby. She's very shy right now. She's acting like real brand new. But anyway, I just did her hair and makeup and I'm gonna be showing you guys exactly how I did it. So this is like an effortless kind of, I don't even know what I'm gonna call this video yet, like beach bum, neutral glam, glowy skin.
Shag, messy hair.
But I wanted to show you guys something that was a little bit more effortless, and I know you guys have been requesting that I do makeup on somebody else. So I'm gonna show you guys how I did this hair and makeup on the beautiful Abby. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm starting off with white as my base. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add some yellow for the skin tone. So now we're gonna add some of our skin tone, which is just a little bit of peach. So now we have a nice soft like peachy orange color, and we wanna neutralize that, so I'm gonna go ahead and add some of the cyan blue. Okay, so we have like kind of a flesh tone going on here, but it's a little bit on the beige cool side, so I'm gonna go ahead and warm it up. I'm gonna add a little bit of lime green to help do something. I don't know what the actual word is. So I put a little bit of the HD foundation, this is shade 127, next to it, just that way I can help to tone it and make sure it's not too beige or too gray. So what I'm gonna do now is just add a little bit more yellow. I'm gonna add a little bit of white, just a tiny bit of white. So I just mixed this color. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch it on her skin to see if it looks close enough to look like skin. That looks pretty good. You can see it's starting to neutralize out some of the red in her skin just because there's a lot of like yellows and greens in this color. I think this is pretty good, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. So now for the base, we want to apply something that's gonna intensely moisturize the skin. So I'm gonna use this Jaya Goat's Milk Day Cream, and she's just gonna apply it all over her face. I'm gonna go ahead and have you apply it because I don't wanna get in your personal space. I feel like, should I just be next to you, like really?
Yeah, do you want me to scoot over?
No, I'm just gonna be really awkwardly close to you.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have her use the Makeup Forever. This is my favorite primer right now, the hydrating one. She's just gonna apply it all over her face on top of the cream. Okay, so I'm gonna put on a little bit of concealer under her eyes. She doesn't really need any concealer on her face at all. So I'm just gonna do a little bit under the eyes. I'm gonna use the Maybelline Master Conceal in the shade Light Medium. Okay, so now we're actually gonna apply the foundation that we made from the Flash palette. So I'm just gonna be really lightly stippling the brush into the product, just so we have a really light amount on the end of the brush, and then I'm just gonna be buffing it into her skin. So here we're not trying to do like a full thick layer of foundation like what you guys see me do to my own face. Abby has really nice skin, so I just want to like enhance it and kind of make it look really neutral and natural, and then we'll come back in and layer and do a little bit more highlight and contour. But we just want like a very sheer, natural, kind of light and dewy coverage. Okay, so we are moving on and we're gonna do a little bit of highlighting now. And what I'm gonna do is just add a little bit of white to the foundation that I already mixed for her. And just mix that in, and that's gonna make our highlight color, and then we'll also do one for the contour as well. Wait, hold on. And to do the highlighting, I'm just gonna use a fluffy brush. This one's from Makeup Addiction, and this is called the Chisler. You smell like beer now. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is just buff it out with a damp beauty blender. So I dampened it with water, and then I also sprayed it with a little bit of Max Fix Plus. So now I'm just gonna come in and set her face a little bit, and I'm gonna use the Makeup Forever HD Finishing Powder. I'm just gonna set it in areas that might get oily throughout the day, so the T-zone and then just a little bit under the eyes. But I really wanna keep the dewiness all over the skin from the Flash palette. For bronzer today, I'm gonna be using the Milani Baked Bronzer. This is number 5, and I'm using this one because it's a really good bronzer, but it also has a lot of sheen to it. So we're bringing it down the sides of the face into the contour and kind of warming up the contour area a little bit, and then down into the neck space. All right, so she does want to be bronzed up to the gods. So we're gonna go ahead and keep going. We're just gonna add some more. Okay, so now I'm gonna add a subtle contour to the cheekbone, and I'm gonna be using Sculpt from MAC. And this is also a MAC brush. This is the MAC 168 brush. So I'm just gonna be really lightly sculpting out her cheekbone. So I'm just pushing it down, and then I'm gonna be brushing it upward. So So I'm trying to decide which Milani blush I want to use. So I have Rose d'Oro right here. And then I also have Luminoso, which is one of my favorites, but honestly, like I don't want to waste it on you. Okay, I'm actually going to use Luminoso because it's a little bit, I just think it's more of her tone. I think it's going to look really nice. All right, so I gave Abby 3 options for highlighters. I gave her Makeup Forever, Girlactic, and Becca, and she picked this one, Girlactic. So I'm gonna use the Girlactic. This is the Face Glow. You guys know I'm obsessed with this stuff for glowy, dewy skin. So I'm just literally gonna apply that like almost all over her face, like on the forehead, bridge of the nose, cheekbones, and then a little bit on the chin. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and do like the pow highlighting, and I'm gonna be using this one from Becca. This is the Moonstone highlight. I actually just got this one. It's really similar to the one from theBalm, the Mary Luminizer. Just a really gorgeous kind of opal-y, goldish shade. And I'm gonna apply it directly to the tops of the cheekbones using a Crown Duo Fiber brush, and then also down the center of the nose. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and move on to eyeshadow. We're gonna be doing like a really nice neutral look. I'm gonna go ahead and start off by adding some eye primer to her eyelids. So we wanna use something smudge-proof and waterproof. So I'm gonna use this eye primer from Mica Beauty. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to her eyeshadow, and I'm gonna take this one. This is from theBalm, and I got it in my Ipsy bag this month. It is one of the Nude Dude eyeshadow singles. This one is in the color Fit. It's got a really nice high color payoff to it, so I'm just gonna pack it directly onto the lid. And I'm just gonna pack it on using the same eyeshadow brush that I used for her eyeshadow base. Now I'm just gonna come in with a clean blending brush and kind of buff it lightly into the crease. Okay, so we just finished packing on the color onto the lid and lightly buffing it out into the crease. Now I just wanna add like a punch of metallic sheen to the center. So I'm gonna use this eyeshadow. This is a L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow in the color Amber Rush. You guys recommended this shadow to me and I really love it. It's really, really pretty. Okay, so now to finish off the eyeshadow look, I'm actually gonna do something a little bit different. I'm gonna take this lip gloss. This is from Starlux. So it's in the color Cuddle, which is like a nice coppery one. And I'm actually gonna add this directly to the eyelid. It's gonna add like a really cool glossy finish. It's like very editorial. And you wanna use a non-sticky lip gloss, so that's why I'm using this one. Okay, now what I'm gonna do, just to add a little pop of highlight on the inner corner of the eye, I'm gonna use the Mary Luminizer from theBalm. This is one of my favorite colors to add on the inner corner as a highlight. So now we're gonna go ahead and do mascara, and we wanna use something that's really volumizing. So I'm gonna use this Essence mascara. This is their Lash Princess Volume Mascara. So now I'm just gonna smudge some of the Fit eyeshadow from theBalm, the same one we used on the lid, just on the lower outer edge of her lash line. So I wanna add a little bit more depth to the outer edges of the eye. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of eyeshadow. This one is from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the color Sangria. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and move on to the brows now. So what I'm gonna use is the IT Cosmetics Universal Taupe Build-A-Brow. And I'm just gonna follow her natural brow shape, just fill it in a little bit more. So now to just add like a natural filler to the front of the brow, I'm going to take this NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the color Blonde and just add some like natural brows, you know? All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and add some false lashes. These are the Ardell Demi Whispies. They are black. Okay, so we just finished putting on the lashes and it gave like a really nice subtle kind of lift to her eyes. Okay, so I'm just gonna add a little bit of dark brown shadow. This is Moca from Makeup Geek. And I'm just gonna use a flat definer brush and kind of add a little bit of smokiness to the outer edge and inner corner of the eye. So this is actually another YouTube beauty guru, Julie G. This is one of her nail polish colors. This is in the color Damsel. Okay, now just to finish off this look, I'm just gonna add a really sheer, pretty pink gloss. This is the Makeup Forever Artist Plexi Gloss in the color 300p. How about you put it on?
Okay.
Thanks.
Have you ever played that game?
No.
You have to go around in a circle. It's a fun drinking game, actually. And go, say either presidential candidates or different types of vegetables. So, cucumber. Obama.
What?
Cucumber. Obama.
Stop! Put the lip gloss on.
Is that good?
We're gonna add some more bronzer. So I'm gonna use some of the MAC Give Me Sun bronzer because I bought it for myself a long time ago and I just don't love it on myself. So I'm gonna put it on you and see if it looks better. Bronze, bronze, bronze. So now we're gonna go ahead and move on to her hair. So since her hair is dirty, we're gonna go ahead and add a dry shampoo. This one's from Chlorane. So this is gonna help to clean your hair without water. So I'm just gonna cover her hair in some hairspray. This is the Bumble BB Spray Demode. So now I'm gonna take a 1-inch curling wand. This one is from NuMe, and I'm just gonna put like a bend in the center of her hair, just one bend in the center, nothing up at the top, nothing up at the bottom, down at the bottom. So now just to add some more texture and volume, I'm gonna use this Redken Windblown Dry Finishing Spray. All right, now what I'm gonna do is just really stick my hands all up in her hair and just like pull it apart, make it messy, make it big. Okay, so I'm just gonna add a little bit more spray, but you can see we just got like a little bit of texture, a little bit of bend in her hair, but I definitely didn't want it to be curly. Sorry.
So see the Fix Plus.
I'm not sorry. So now I'm just gonna center part her hair, and we're just gonna make it look nice and good. Okay, and then we're pretty much done with her hair. We're just going with like messy look, not completely straight, just a little bend in it. Okay, so we just finished with the hair and the makeup, obviously, because I just did it. But yeah, that is the end of this look. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching a tutorial on me doing makeup on somebody else. Did I say tutorial weird? I always say that weird. So let me know what you guys think if you want to see more videos of me doing makeup on other people, complete strangers, like whatever. John, maybe one day. We hope you guys enjoyed this video.
Thanks so much for watching.
Bye.